Welcome to the Gold Coast and the boating capital of Australia. We are Boat Gold Coast Magazine, a lifestyle magazine focused around boating on the Gold Coast. It is for anyone interested in local boating news. Our aim is to promote boating culture to the wider community by showcasing boats, equipment, locations, events, and lifestyle. We deliver noteworthy boat information on products and services to the Gold Coast community, who are the driving force behind the largest recreational boating industry in Australia. Let us paint a picture of the Australian and Gold Coast waterways and boating life. In 2010, a research was published entitled Water-Based Tourism, Sport, Leisure and Other Recreation Experiences. In this research, it focused on water-based experiences of sailing, motorboating, motorized sports, surfing and windsurfing, sport and big game fishing, whitewater rafting, kayaking, one-day boating adventures, sail training adventures, and boating for free diving, snorkeling, and scuba diving. In this study, Professor Gail Jennings noted that in Australia, seaside resorts were integrated into urban centres, resulting to beaches as a way of life for Australians. Interestingly, she mentions that although European colonisation resulted to the adaptation of the colonisers' sporting, leisure and recreation practices all over the world, water-based activities of Indigenous peoples have also been taken up by the colonisers and contemporary populations, such as surfing, kayaking, and rafting. In an article we have published on Aboriginal boating in southeast Queensland, we have had the privilege of learning that for thousands of years, the Aboriginals travelled up and down the Gold Coast rivers, coasts, and into Moreton Bay for various purposes: island hopping, fishing, turtle hunting, raiding, trading, transporting, or simply visiting friends and family. Although there were both rafts and canoes, the single-sheet bark canoes were more common. Women had small craft for scurrying around the mangroves and river islands to collect shellfish and crabs without having to step into the muck. For crossing the bay or turtle and dugong hunts, large, stronger types were required to be able to freight turtles, 10-kilogram millstones, drag dugongs, and transport up to 10 passengers. Some were 30 to 40 feet long. Fast forward to the 1980s. The Gold Coast Seaway is the main navigation entrance from the Pacific Ocean to the broad water that can be found between South Stradbroke Island and the Spit. It was constructed in 1986, and it is a significant part of the most unique engineering feat in Australia, the world's first sand bypass system. Before the construction of the Gold Coast Seaway, the Nerang River mouth to the Pacific Ocean was a highly unstable and dangerous entrance. Approximately 500,000 cubic meters of sand moved northward along the southeast Queensland coast each year as a result of predominant southeasterly winds, wave climate, and the significant northern drift of sand. The sand bypass system is an integral part of the seaway. It pumps 500 cubic meters across the seaway per hour and runs up to 5 days per week on an as-needs basis, with the capacity to run unattended overnight and at peak capacity if required. The construction of the Gold Coast Seaway and sand bypass system has provided a safe navigable access between the Broadwater and the Pacific Ocean. The dredging of navigation channels in the Broadwater has enabled the boating fraternity, business and industry to safely move about the waterways. The enhanced navigational access has allowed for the massive expansion of the boating industry in the past 30 years. Our team at Boat Gold Coast magazine come from diverse backgrounds. But we had one goal. We wanted to improve the boating and waterways environment of the city through the only way we know how, as documenters of stories. And the only way to make it work as a business was to have advertisers financially support our work so we can share these stories for free. After all, communities love stories, especially if they're for free. And the more people who read our magazine, the more likely they will think about boating, whether they already own boats or they are interested in the boating stories. As a consequence, some of them may end up buying a boat or upgrading their boat and hopefully translate into being a customer for the marine business. And because it is free, there is a higher chance for non-boaters to have access to these stories. We developed our core values. First, unbiased, independent information. This includes government regulations, rules of courtesy, policy updates, product and service updates, and the issues of boat users and waterways. Second, safety on the water. It is a constant reminder that we cannot control water and nature and everything that's in it, but we can know more about our boats and its parts, and so if we are educated about our boat and our waterways, then we can keep ourselves and our environment safe. Third, environmental conservation and education. We encourage everyone to be mindful of what we don't see. For example, we have stories on whale migration, effect of wash on the mangroves, tips on how to be a mindful boatie, stories on the history of sand, coastal management activities, natural and man-made reefs offshore. Number 4, boating industry prosperity. This is in line with the promotion of the boating industry. Stories on the business people, the famous people in business and sports, businesses accessible by boats such as restaurants, events, shops, and everyone in the marine business or servicing the marine industry. We started working on our first edition in October 2014. We collected stories and created our own based on personal experiences. Boat Gold Coast is both a reflection of the times and a time capsule. It is a reflection of what is currently happening in the industry, what is currently happening in the Gold Coast waterways. But it also serves as a time capsule as we document and place into archives all the stories that we have collected over the years. The challenge for media in this industry is that the financial support comes from the businesses that obviously have tight budgets. In the whole marketing arena, print publication is one of the more expensive options to promote businesses. To convince a business to advertise in print means that there will be more compromises needed. This is probably more common than not in the current media landscape. But it is also something that our publication veers away from as much as we can. In our list of core values, the first one is independent, unbiased information. We are also using social media, but with our limited resources, we had to choose where to put in most of our efforts. Right now, we don't see the urgency. We have grown to less than 1,000 following without paying Facebook. In the process of developing a social media campaign, I have also discovered other more digital options to engage readers and clients. We created an ebook on how to buy a boat using content that we have published, developed a weekly email newsletter campaign where we provide our subscribers with stories on our website, current news that we cannot publish in print, surveys for feedback, and other things that I could think of to keep the reader engaged. We don't just want likes, we want profitable customers. There need to be more engagement than social media. These are our marketing principles that we follow. Abandon old ways of thinking, sell the lifestyle, not the panic and price. Diversify the marketing plan. Have a media plan. Create messages that resonate. using both PR and advertising together. Create a successful relationship with media. Be creative with traditional marketing tactics and follow the Grow Boating campaigns. Print still has marketing value. We have published a short document telling our advertisers why we are in print. It is now non-traditional media. And print lets people unplug. It is tangible and is less crowded. Print lends credibility. If someone invested enough to print and mail it, it must be important. A premium channel for high-quality products and high-quality clients, and it has higher engagement levels. But print can also drive readers to the digital media through QR codes and through our website. How to create a successful relationship with media. Know who the people are in media, study their style, news releases that highlight without hype. Do not overlook small-time media. Local is the new global. Community engagement and community empowerment are key to successful businesses because the local network are your business ambassadors. It takes to think outside the box in order to move forward.